Following the Sora incident, the Meghalaya Cabinet has decided to strengthen the Meghalaya Residents Safety and Security Act (MRSSA) to boost tourist safety and close security gaps. Cabinet Minister Paul Lyngdoh said tourist registration via the state app will be made mandatory. On ILP, he stated the matter is pending with Centre. Despite the incident, Sora continues to see rising tourist footfalls. The state also plans to appoint 100 multilingual tourist buddies soon.
Cabinet today also decided to revisit the MRSSA, which is already an existing state act, to add more teeth to this act in view of what we have just experienced at Sora, and to ensure that we minimize the possibility of criminal elements entering Meghalaya in the guise of tourists. As far as the ILP is concerned, let me remind you that the State Assembly has already adopted a resolution. The matter is pending before the MHA, which has a number of queries which we as a state government are trying to address. So some of these queries relate to the fact that Meghalaya is not an endpoint. We are also connecting the rest of the northeast, like the states of like Silchar and the states of Mizoram and Tripura. So the certain queries, but if you go through the MRSSA, there is already a lot that is already in place, but we need to upscale and further improve upon what we already have in the MRSSA. So we will come up with formal proposals. Yeah. Okay, I'll also mention one more decision which came up as an informal item, which is the report on the registration policy. Committee of officials which were identified by the government of Meghalaya. All these members of the expert committee are from outside Meghalaya to ensure that they come up with an actionable plan of action. The report has now been received by government of Meghalaya. It is now incumbent that the government studies this report. So we have authorized the Chief Secretary of the state with senior officials to study the report. It is voluminous, a very bulky report, and this report will now be we will have a summary of the report. This summary of the report will be placed before the Cabinet, and the report will then be placed on the table of the State Assembly by the Assembly session scheduled for September 2025.
Sir, as the accused person also have booked scooty also, so is there any plan for the Meghalaya government that in further procedure that we will give a registration to the scooty or for the, not for the private one, maybe for the commercial one? Is there any decision have been taken?
See, we already have a tourism act which records all movements of tourists, including the cars or whatever mode of transport they use, and also registration of compulsory registration of all visitors at various homestays, resorts and hotels. Now, the use of this app is roughly around 50%, but we will now make it compulsory that all homestays, resorts and other places of accommodation should register all visitors mandatorily.
So in terms of this MRSSA, doesn't it mainly work only in terms of tenants and it's not for tourists or anyone coming to the state? So how?
No. MRSSA is our version of what we would like to do in order to ensure the safety of all residents of Meghalaya. But as I mentioned, we would like now to revisit the Act in order to plug whatever loopholes are currently in it and give it more dynamism and more thrust with whatever has happened at Sora, so that we ensure that we have an atmosphere that is safe and we continue to be tourist friendly.